Okay, time to enjoy for a little. We are coming down to the major part of the syllabus. Well, don't think it's very tough. Actually, to be honest, if you have learned till loops, this is very easy. Till now, we have been using a string, right? Many times we have used s is equals to Srishti. So many times we have used this. You know what? Just for length, I'll add your surname also. Okay. So what is a string? A string is a sequence data type. It has characters, it has numbers, it has special characters, it has spaces. It can basically it is basically a collection of characters, right? That's it. Now you know string definition. Now let's it's a what sequence data type. Also, you can say that every sequence data type is a iterable. Okay, well, it's you, so sorry, but still strings will be a bit lengthy, not lengthy like loops, I'll assure you that. I think it's a 45-minute video. Lists and tuples can be made both in just 20 minutes. Bear with me, this is very fun. I'll teach you string indexing like no one has ever taught you before. Okay, it's just two simple rules. Everyone forgets. Just two simple rules. Everyone forgets to teach. I'm saying people who learn it will keep with them. They don't teach it. Okay. So let us just write this very nicely. Okay. Srishti Asnani. No. Okay. Now let us start off with indexing. Okay. How do you basically this is your string. Now Python follows something known as zero based indexing. That means what? It starts with 0. That's it. Simple. Zero based indexing. Okay. So let's start. It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. I'll just move everything. No, not move. Gap. Add a gap. Okay. Now it follows zero based indexing, yes, but we also have in Python known as negative indexing. Okay, so 0 it starts like this, sure, but now come from this side. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11, -12, -13, -14. I hope you can understand that. Just sorry for this mess. Okay, so by this you should be able to tell the length of the string even without counting. It will be what? 13 plus 1, because indexing starts with 0, length is last index is length minus 1, so length would be last index plus 1. So you have a function. This is now a function you need to learn. Length of s is 14. You can easily know that. Now with this indexing we can do something known as string slicing. Okay, fine. First I'll tell you what and all is possible with strings. Okay, operations on strings. We have already learned 3 of them very nicely. First is concatenation. We know this, it is the plus operator, already taught. Repetition, already taught, it is the into. And membership, already taught, is in, not in. I think this is it. Wait, what are the concatenation, repetition, membership, slicing. That's it. Now we will go into this one, slicing. Basically what slicing means is making parts, right? What do? You have a cucumber, you have to cut. What's it called? You slice it. Basically you're cutting it. So you have a string, right? Okay, from now on if I use s, it is going to be Srishti Asnani. Okay, global, this is global. Okay, fine. If at all I use s, it is going to be Srishti Asnani. Now we know that our string is Srishti Asna. Okay, now there are basically for slicing we use square brackets. Now there is multiple things in the square brackets you can do. First one number if you give, this is known as the index. Okay, this is for getting one character. Simple, you give an index, you get the character at that position. Two numbers meaning two positions, a start and stop. This is basically you get a substring. Okay, still three numbers also it is same, but you get a start, stop and a step. Start and stop, step. This still you get a substring. Now let me explain you. Just like see step value how it works for range, same way it works over here also. Start and stop also how it works for range, same way it works here also. The last thing is excluded. Now let's just see, we had okay, this is our string. So first, anytime you get a question, all you have to do is first make note of the index. Okay, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. Super. Now what we can do is, let's say I just need this part. Okay, so now if I need this part, it would be, okay, you know what, first start with the first one, getting one number. Okay, first one, second one, third one. Now your first one, let's say I need to get the first letter, so S of 0. Super, you know this. And also it returns a string. Okay, S of 0 returns a string. Also if you do S of 13, it gives you a string. If you do S of 12, it gives you a string. And how do I know these? 13 stands for I, 12 stands for N, like that. Okay, now in this you can get error. I'll tell you why I'm writing like this, because in the next two you can't get. You can get error in this. If I do S of 14, this will result in error because you get an index out of bounds error. Index out of bounds error. I think it is called this. Let's just check. Okay, from now on what we say, S is Srishti Asnani. S of 14 is there. Okay, index out of bound error, no index error. That's it. Super neat and small and neat. Python is index error. Okay, you get an index error because there is no position 14 in our string. Understood? Now what, I just write that 14. Oh my god, what is this with the internet and this, man? What the hell? 14 15, where is it? We don't have. Okay, now that's it in getting a string, meaning getting a letter. You know, S of 0 is S, S of 4 is H, S of 9 is S, S of N is S of 12 is N. You can't do S of N, I just said that. S of N, no, only index, and index is only integer. Okay, now let's get to the second part. Let's just copy this again. Very nicely I wrote. Okay, fine. Now the second part is slicing with, slicing with meaning there is a second part which is two numbers. So this just like range works as start and stop. So your syntax would be S start stop All that happens over here is in range you get numbers, in strings you get the corresponding letters for those numbers, for those index values. Simple. I already have told you how range works. Now that's it. So if at all I give an example, s of 0 to 6, what will it be? 0 to 6 means you can, if you want, you can generate the values. It will be 0, 1, 2, 3, blah 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 till 5. Why all of that? We already know 6 is here, so just exclude this. So your answer is shisht. Okay, this is your answer. Simple. That's it. Now if I give, tell me what will be the output for 9 is to 12. What do you think is the answer? Pause, think, see. I've written the numbers also. I mean, like, yeah, if you want, tell. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, did you get? It will be S N A. That's it. 12 is not included. Simple. That's it there in slicing, bro. Last thing, ignore up until there. Start from here. So S N A. Super. Now I'll tell you, this much is there for start and stop. No, that's it. There's not much very difficult it is, nothing. Okay, this is included, this is excluded, that's all. If you know range, it is very easy to, and I think I have explained range very nice. Okay, so this is how you get it, right? Super. Just take one more example just for practice. I know you got it. 3 is to 8. Get me the substring of this. Oh, you know what? Get me the substring of this and the length of this. Let's call it x and give me the length of x. It is easy only. Try doing it. Okay, I'll be doing it in 3, 2, 1. 3 S H T I space and close. So your length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope you got this right. I asked the length because I know there's a space and that has to be included in the length. It might not look it's there, but it's there. Okay, peace. Now the third one, the part where everyone literally loses their head. It is with start, stop and step value. Okay, S of start you have, stop you have, step you have. Now if you know how to use the range function nicely, also I think I'm using a lot of like if you know how to use the range function nicely, and I do not know even if you saw that or not. So like I hope you're able to understand this. Okay, range function, how it works is, this is not included, this is included, and that's how you get the substring. So 0 is included, 0 till 5. That's it. Simple. Okay, now in range, if at all I give range of 0 to 6 then 2, how will you do? 0 plus 2, 4, 4 less than 6, plus 2, 2 plus 2 less than 6, yes, plus 2, 4, 4 less than 6, yes, plus 2, 6, 6 less than 6, no, so it closes, right? Same thing here with range, with string also. Okay, let us just write the string again. I don't know, this is very nicely, neatly written, so I would need this only again and again. Okay, fine. Now if at all I asked you, get me S of 0 to 6 is to 2, same thing. How will you do it is 0, S is there. Okay, go 1, 2, I, this is capital. Okay, I, 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 4, H, 1, 2 is 6. Is 6 less than 6? No. So leave it. Same thing, how you got your index values, at that corresponding location you get me your letters. That's your answer. You want to really try it out whether I'm right or wrong? Why did I guess? Okay, I'll just show you. S we have already, so S of 0 to 6, step value 2. Okay, did you get it? Same way how range function worked. Now just like that, know this one thing: everyone gets confused when negative indices are added. Okay, even I had got confused, and then I formulated a nice plan. When negative indices and then negative step values are added, everyone goes haywire in predicting what it is. But to be honest, it's actually simple. Just like how I said in range, if you give a negative step value, it will start with 6. It will do 6. It will start less. Is it greater than equal to 0? Yes. Then minus 2. 4. Is it greater than 0? Yes. Then 2. Is it greater than 0? Yes. Then 2 minus 2, 0. 0 greater than 0? No. So your range values are 6, 4 and 2. For range 6, 0, 0. If you want to see range, list of range 6, 0, minus 2. See, 6, 4, 2. So simple as that. What you're doing is, to be honest, if you see what you're doing is, you're going this way. Right? So all I'm saying is, for your negative indices, okay, very nice note it is. Okay, if positive step left to right, always, whatever be the other values, left to right. If negative step right to left, always. Did you get this sorted? Now if at all I ask you, give me the output for S of 0 to, let's say I'll give you a proper one, which is 6 is to 0 is to minus 2, same like how we got 6 minus 2 is the step, start at 6. I can, where is 0? 6 and 0 is here. I can reach there by going right to left. Yes, you can. So 6 is what? I. Minus 2, 1, 2, H, 1, 2, I, 1, 2. But that, can you take it? No, you have to ignore that. You can only go to here. So IHI is your answer. If we try, 6 becomes 0, 6, minus 2. Just like how 6, 4, 2, same like that, IHI. Simple. Okay, now everyone loses their head over negative indices. I do not know why. Even Subhash Niyamasan was not able to teach it correctly. See bro, negative step and positive step you understood. Now I'll come with negative indices. You know that in Python you can give negative indices, as I wrote here. Now I will write negative indices for this. Okay, negative indices. Okay, you have your S. I'll just copy that. Okay, very super it is written. Okay, now I'll write negative indexes also. This is your minus 1, minus 2. Okay, it starts with minus 1. Okay, by the way, this starts with 0, this starts with minus 1. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9, minus 10, minus 11, minus 12, minus 13, minus 14. Super. Now with negative indices, your first part is S of just a single number, minus 3. Very easy. Just locate where minus 3 and 11 are the same location, so this will give you A. That's it. Okay, that's it. This will give you A. One more, I will give you example. Minus 7. What is use? Space. Also S of 7 gives you space. Super. Now just tell me the answer for this. It is pretty easy, you should know it by now. Minus 12. What's your answer? If your answer was small I, you are absolutely right. Simple, that's it. Okay, now with two values, right? Okay. Now two values is start and stop. Okay, with negative indices you have -2, -3. What do you think your output is? If it was NA, you're wrong. Why? Because always your default step value is 1 and 1 is positive, so it will always go like this. Since -2 can only go to -1, you're trying to go backwards. Not possible. Only whenever it is plus index, I have told you, you have to go forward. This is +1, it is 1 which is positive, right? So now -2, you can't go frontal, you cannot go towards 2, so your answer is empty string over there. Okay, if you want to talk in terms of range, -2, is it greater than -3? Sorry, for positive index is less than, no? Is -2 less than -3? No, it won't include only any index value, so you get empty string. If you remember, I had told you for range, I had told it to you how to calculate negative indices, maybe. Yeah, see, positive index less than, positive index, positive step, sorry, positive step, -2 less than -3, no, stop. Okay, now coming to a real example, let's say -6 to -1, like this. I am not right now taking about the step. You can go -6 to -1, but -1 should be excluded, so your answer is ASNAN. Did you understand this? Hopefully. Shall we try? Maybe I might be going wrong somewhere. S of -6, -1. If at all I get wrong output, no, sheesh. Abba, thank God, I've been teaching you right. Let's go. Okay, so you get -1 is still here, so you get that. Hopefully you understood. Now, simple with negative indices with negative step also. Okay, negative step, what you have to do, you should go from this side I told you. Positive step, you should go from this side I told you. That's it, just follow that. So now if you give -t then you give -1, this should work. -2, yes, -2 greater than -3, yes, it will include that. Then it will do -2 -1 -3. -3 greater than -3, no, stop. If you want to try, yes, -2 -3 -1 n. Okay, so basically, to sum it all up, okay, do this one exercise. Example, try to give me the answer for S of -11 to -3. Do this and pause right now, because if your answer was SHTI space ASAN, you were absolutely right. One more you do. -9 to -6, and get me the length of this string and the length. Let's call this x, length of x. Okay, if you can do it, awesome. You're already learning so much more of x. Okay, so if your answer was -9, right, so ti space and 3, let us try. Length of S of -9 -6. Let's go. And if at all I try to print that, you get ti space. Okay, always output of strings is in quotes, huh? So if you give output, you give it quote. Like if they are asking output, you have to give quotes. But if at all the same thing, like a print statement did a calculation, like 2 plus 5 into 3 into 3 divided by 6 divided by 6 divided by 6, this answer is going to be number. No need to give quotes now. Okay, print always evaluates. I hope you understood this, And I guess negative index also is very negative meaning what? Go backside. So do this question now. -2 -13 -1. Do this first and tell me what's your answer. And if I'm giving the answer now, and if your answer is NANSA space ITH, oh my gosh, ITHSI, 13 not included. Okay, if your answer was this, fantabulous, amazing. Let's try. S of what did I say? S of -2 -13 -1. Nansa Itzy. Super. Okay, so I hope you understood how negative indexing works. Now just not -1, get me the answer for the same thing. -2 to -13, -2. You can pause and think for a minute and tell me the answer. Pause it, and because I'm going to give the answer now. -2, it will start n, skip 2, 1 2, -4 greater than -13, yes, so -4 -4 9, again n it will come, yes, so -4 -6 a, -6 -8 I, -8 -10 h, -10 -12 yes I, -12 -14 14 greater than -13, -13 -14 greater than -13, no, so stop. This is your answer. -2 NNN AI HI. See, she took, you know what, 4 or like what, maybe like 2 weeks to explain all of this. Can you believe 2 weeks to explain just such simple concept? She only doesn't know. I hope you understood this though. Aram se know this. Very nice rules I made. If you have positive step, left to right. If you have negative step, right to left. That's it. Exclude the last one. And if you have negative indices, okay, by the way, you can just as well write this as S of -2 is what? 12. If you're getting confused with negative, just make it 12 and -13 is what? 1. -2. Same to same. This is same to same. Do not even worry. You can convert negative index to positive index only for start and stop. Step, I mean, you know how step works, so that's it. You just finished a very major concept in Python where many questions can come. Okay. Now let's go to thoda properties of strings. Okay. Now first property, meaning only there's one property, I guess. Properties, I don't know what I'm writing. Okay, it is immutable. Okay, now what do you mean by immutable is after creating, you can't change its values. I think you know little bit of lists, no? Can't change its values. Since you know little bit of lists, you know that you can change the element. But here same in but unlike list, in string you cannot change the letters. So if at all I give a typo and I give SHRI instead of Shrishti, I make it Shrishti. I cannot do S of 1 is equals to empty string, no. Or if at all I made a typo like others spell it Srushti, which hate those bastards, you cannot make S of 2 as I. This is not possible. All you can do is you can give S is equals to new thing. Okay, this is known as immutability or this is strings are immutable. Okay, Now if at all you try to do it, this question has come so many times. If at all you do s of 2 is equals to I, what will happen is it will give a type error, I guess. It will give a type error. Saying string object does not support item assignment. You do not need to by heart this part. I know it because obviously I am Aryan, so excuse me. So string object does not support item assignment. What it means is we call it elements, but Python calls it a bit more sophisticated fancy word, item. Okay, that is items. So it does not support item assignment, meaning you cannot change the values. We change the elements later or change the characters later. Same with tuple also. If you do for a tuple like this, no, it will just put tuple object does not support item assignment. See, that's how easy the errors are over here. Everything you can understand. So it is immutable and is known as immutability. You learned length, you know how to get the characters, slicing. Okay, now how do you go through a string, traversing a string? Simple. This also we have done this already. Traversing a string. Two ways. One is with while loop, one is with for loop. Two ways. Three ways. Okay, two in for loop. Okay, now the first way is s is already there, so for I in s, print I, end is equals to a space. I'm giving this because I have to write output. It will be SRI SHTI space A space us na ni. Okay, I hope you understood that. Pretty easy. This is your output. Okay, now second way is, again we have done this, for I in range len of s, print s of I, end is a space. Same output. What I'm doing is I'm just taking the range value. So your range values is what, from 0 to 13, right? 14 not included, so till 13. So you have a list 0 1 2 so on up until 13, and s of 0 you know, s of 1 you know, r. So like that only it continues and gives me the same output. Now we did that. Now with while loop, third one with while loop. Simple. I is equals to 0 while I less than length of s, print s of I. Super. This also 0, so first 0, oh sorry, end is equals to space. Whatever is inside the loop you can change. Okay, that is what I'm saying. This is just the way of getting hold of each character of the string. End is what, a space. So what you do, s of s 0 0 less than 14, yes, s of I, s r I s h t I a s n. Okay, super. I've given you three ways just to get the same output, so just see where the difference lies in. Over here you're directly getting this string, so instead of s you're going to replace it with Srishti as Nani, and your I goes how, what, 1. This is your first iteration, second iteration, third iteration, fourth iteration, fifth iteration, sixth iteration, seventh iteration. Simple. That's why you can just print I. But over here you're getting index values from the range, so you should do s of I. With the index value you can get the letter out. Okay, so traversing a string is also over. Now we have to do functions on strings. How much time did we take in already? 34. Okay, I was maybe a little off Now functions, you just take this if you want. It's there in PDF. Okay, school 11th computer NCERT. What is this? Don't even know which one. Maybe 8th one? Whoa, damn. I just guessed it, bro. That's why I'm happy. Okay, we have already done one of them, len. Okay, so title. How does title work? Okay, there are mainly different types of functions. Okay, I'll just tell it to you so that you can know how to bifurcate. Okay, functions. Okay, there are three types. Very easy, you can bifurcate this, and so that you can like understand. First type is property type. Okay, second type is updating type. Third type is checking type. Okay, property type, like length is the property of this thing. Okay, if you give length of a string, length of s is a property. Now let us just go on and categorize all the different functions we have, so that you can understand and you'll see the similarity in how. Okay, length is a property. Title returns the string with the first letter. This is updating, it is changing. Okay, so title is a changing one. Title lower also changes, upper also changes. I am really sorry, S does not come there, only comes here. Count property. Okay, find property. Index property. Also, what does square brackets mean? Optional argument. Okay, ends with checking, starts with checking, is all num, checking is lower, checking is upper, checking. Basically, if it's a question, it's checking, is space, checking, is title, checking, L strip, updating, R strip, updating, strip, updating, replace, updating, join. This one is updating. Partition also updating. I think a new category is required for join, partition and all. Okay, I'm making one more category. It is known as others. I mean, what should I name it? I have no idea what to name it. it's like it doesn't change the string, but it does not check, it doesn't do any of these. So like maybe generating. Okay, you can keep generating type. You have join, partition, split. What more? Let's go. Okay, few others are there in checking, which is I've written it down. Is alpha and is digit. Do not get overwhelmed by the amount of methods we have. All are easy and basically like name based. Just know how they look. That's it. Okay, fine. There's only like few main ones I should tell you how they work. Otherwise you can just look it up. And length, you know. Okay, count. Basically what it does is you give a string, it counts the number of times the string appears. Okay, so I don't remember where I stopped. I think I stopped at count. So count basically it gives you the number of times you find this string in a given string. So like usage of length on in the entire thing, only length is different, others all follow the same format. This is the syntax. Okay, imagine function, okay, as the function names. Okay, as given that function is known as function names. Syntax is your string variable, or better str variable, dot your function name and with its parameters. Okay, only for length it is length of your string variable, only for that. Others all it is dot, string variable dot function. Okay, so if at all you give s, okay, if at all I give s dot count, and if I give I, you can also give a number, you can give a word also. I, how many i's are there in your name? Shrishti Asnani, कितना है? 1 2 3 gives you 3. This one gives you 3 as the answer. Okay, now find. Okay, you give a string, and okay, by the way, start stop meaning if you mention a start, the stop is automatically the end of the string. If you mention a start and a stop, it finds within that specific substring whether that string exists or not. Like if at all you give start as 2 and as 5, 2 and 5, it will search in this part only, like that. 5 not included, again my bad, 5. Okay, everywhere stop not included. I hopefully think so. Is it so? Yes, and end index does, I don't think it is included. Okay, so find will give you the index position of the first character. If at all you give like a word, it gives you the index of the first character. And now index also same, okay, same to same, but the difference between find and index is like, see, find meaning thoda general happened off. Okay, so find, if at all didn't find, it will give me -1, but index is like, okay, it's a very technical word. Okay, so like if it doesn't find, it will throw me error. Okay, oh, I did not find. But find is like a normal general English word, like, okay, I didn't find, take -1 and go. I hope you will remember this analogy, because that's how I remember. Index is like a technical word, like okay, so if at all I don't find, it will be an error. But then find is like okay, normal word, common English word I will not give you error. Okay, same way how find and index work. Find gives you no error, index gives you error. That's what you'll see here. Returns -1 returns a value error if substring is not found. Okay, so if you want to know title case, lower, upper, else strip, bar. Okay, title case is like first letter of every word capital. Okay, lower all letters small, upper all letters capital, L strip, R strip, and strip. If you see the word strip, it's like cutting, and what do you cut? You cut white spaces. White spaces include spaces, new line characters, and tab. Condition is they should not be preceded, like if it is the start of the string, they should not have any characters before that, and if it is the end of the string, they should not have any characters after that. So like if you have a string like this, okay, you have x is equals to so much spaces, and you have Srishti, and you have so many spaces. What x dot l strip will do is it will remove from left side. So x dot l strip, if you do, it will do Srishti, and it will keep it, so many will keep. Okay, L strip meaning left strip. R strip is complete opposite, it will strip the right side, keep the left side. So like it will keep so many Srishti, then it will stop here. X dot strip, simple, both left and right, Srishti. Super. Okay, I hope you understood. L strip, R strip, and basically why I call it updating is it is going to change the original string. I mean, not change the original string, never that happens, because strings are immutable. It will give you a new string, but this is how it meaning it changes the value of the string. Okay, now replace simple, like how it says, you can replace one string with another string. If you say replace in your name, replace I with you, so it will become Shushtu Asnanu. I'm sorry. Okay, but that's how it works. If at all I give replace I with you, it will become wherever I is there, so it will become SRU SHTU ASNANU. I'm sorry for doing this. Okay, now checking ends with, very simple. If it ends with that, returns true. Checking always returns a boolean output, because it's just checking yes or no, true or false. Okay, and it's like a question. Ends with, starts with, is it all num, is it lower, is it upper? So is all checking. So ends with, if the string is ending with some other string. Starts with, if the string is starting with some string. Is all num. How is all num works is if the string is only composed of letters and numbers. If it has special characters, false. If it doesn't have special characters, it is true. Also in Python, a space is also termed as a special character. So if at all I do s dot is all num, yet there's already a space in this, is all num, you should get false, because space is a special character. Okay, fine. Is lower, if at all characters are lower, it will give true, otherwise false. If is upper, if all characters are upper, it will give upper, it will give true, otherwise false. Is the space can every time space is also like, if you have x is equals to a space, you can do x dot is space, true. Also if x is like a new line character, this also should give you, I guess, true only, is space. See, because tab also should give you space. By the way, if at all I print x plus x maybe, now you see how much tab is added. Did you understand? That's what is the tab, meaning how /t works. So I give x dot is space, true. Tab, new line, space, all of these are spaces in Python. Is title, if all the letters, if the starting letter of each word is capital and all the others are small, it is title case. Alpha is alphabet, so if all the letters are alphabetical, it is alpha true, otherwise false. If all the numbers are digits, is digit will be true, otherwise false. Now join, partition, split. Okay, join, partition, split. These are thoda very nice places to add questions. Now partition and split, I hope you know the difference. If not, I will write it and you please note it down. Okay, return type is tuple, return type is list. Always 3 elements, n number of elements. One argument is mandatory, argument is not mandatory, default is a space. Argument is the second element, argument is not present in the list. Okay, now to explain how this works. You have S, Shrishti, Asnani. Now if at all I do partition, S dot partition for the letter I, you know what I'll get? I'll get a tuple with 3 elements. I told you always 3 elements. So first it will be till the first occurrence, S, R. Then I'll get I. Then I'll get the rest, S, H, T, I, A, S, N, A, N, I. Okay. This is how partition works. But with split, and if at all I give I, that's not how it works. You get SR, first part, I is excluded, then you get the SHT, again you enter an I, then T, I is there, so you get a space, ASA, Asnan, and then you get an I not included. This is how partition and split works. You have n number of, like even if you had one more I, N, I, N, I, what will happen is N, I will go, again N will come, then N will come. That's how it works. Okay, but I'm not writing this. N number of elements is split. Partition, the same. See, notice how I is the second element. That's the argument. But I is never seen in the entire thing because the argument is not present in the list. Okay, that's what I mean by argument is the second element, argument is not present in the list. And always 3 and this. Yeah, so this is your example. This is how you will write for partition and split. And I think with join is very thoda different it is. Let's say you have one str1 as Shrishti only. Oh my god. And I have str2 as a underscore. Always join works with smaller one first. If it is not smaller than also, it will work, but str2 dot join str1, the time your output is s r I s h t I. Starting and ending do not come, don't ask, don't put, it only comes between 2. Now tell me what is the answer if at all I do str1 dot join str2. I'll tell you what. This is your answer. I'll tell you why. See, join, what it does is it adds each letter of this. Wait. What it does is it adds this between 2 consecutive characters of this parameter. So what it's doing in the first one is str2 is what? It's this, and it's adding it between 2 characters. But over here str1 is what? A Shrishti, big one, and str2 is what? Just one thing. Is there any 2 consecutive things to add in between? No. So your output is a normal hyphen, but outputs can change if you have 2 hyphens. So your output with 2 hyphens would be Your output with 2 hyphens would be, it will add the string 2, so it is S hyphen R. Okay, now there are 2 over here, 2 hyphens, so it is S Srishti hyphen. If we had 3, it would be hyphen Srishti hyphen Srishti hyphen. I hope you got how join works. And I think with that, strings are over. Yeah. Only you need a few questions which you can do online, or I'll ask it to you tomorrow. Okay. Yes, your theory for strings is over. Okay then. See you later in lists. Lists and tuples, so easy. Only the functions might take a little bit of while, but they are pretty easy. Dictionaries are also easy, only the functions part will take a little time. Okay, see you.